All right, hello again, guys. All right, so picking up on our lesson again, just reviewing all the little things that we went over quickly the other day. Here comes our tree diagram. A tree diagram is pretty awesome. Actually, it can take really complicated things, and make them very basic and simple, and it's really easy to do complicated math. There are ways to do this without doing a tree diagram, but it takes much more intelligence, I would say, to do that. This is an easy way to do it, but they're really cumbersome, okay? All right, what we have here now is we're picking two marbles, okay? And from a bag containing two red, one yellow, and one green, okay? But now we're doing it without replacement. So you gotta watch out for that. That's really key. So I'm gonna reach in the bag, take out a marble, put it back in, so every time I reach in the bag, there's the same amount of marbles as I started with, okay? I told you these get really large really quickly. I went ahead and did this one for you. So this represents, and it's too much for my board here even, my first time I reach in the bag, I could get a red, or the second red, or the yellow, or a green, okay? After I got the red, when I reach in, remember I put it back in, there are still two reds, a yellow, and a green in there. Those are my options, notice, every time on my second time I reach in the bag, okay? And then these are my outcomes I listed here. All right, here comes our questions. And now they're really easy to do the probabilities because all the outcomes are listed. First of all, there's four sets of four. There's 16 total outcomes. So it's going to be out of 16 unless I give you a given problem, okay? All right, so here are two red. Well, I just pick them out. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 16. 1/4. Okay, yellow and a green. That's in that order. Okay, so green, yellow is not the same thing. Yellow, green. Well, the only way to start with a yellow here and get a green is 1. 1 out of 16. All right, here we go. A yellow, red. Let's get that. So that means a yellow first and then a red. Or else a green and a red. So a green first, a green and a red. Okay, so or means any of the, you say add them all up total. Okay, so a yellow then a red in that order, or a green and a red. All right, so that's going to be a total of 4 out of 16. 1/4 again. Okay, not 2 red. I can't have 2 red. So those guys are out. I don't want 2 red, so no, 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 no. Okay, that's going to be all the leftovers, and there's 16, so I took out 4, it's going to be 12 out of 16. All right, now before I reduce that down, I want you to notice 2 red is 4 out of 16, so not 2 red is the rest. 16 out of 16, 16 total minus 4 is your 12, okay? So this is 1 minus the probability of 2 red when I do not, or this is 2 red complement. Okay, it's not that. So it's everything except for that. So 12 out of 16, that's going to be 3 out of 4. Okay? All right, next we have a Punnett square. This is also really handy when I have 2 different things here. I'm rolling 2 dice, or like an individual dice is called a die. So each die is represented what I could get here. I could get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. It doesn't matter if I roll one first and a second one again, or if I roll them both at the same time. Each roll doesn't care about what happened the last time. That's called an independent event. Okay, and whatever I got last time has no bearing on what I get the next time when I roll it. Or if I roll them together, what happened on one dice has no bearing on the other dice. Okay, so here we go. These are my options again. And I could have got a 1 and a 1. Okay, and now you need to pay attention to this. We're taking the sum. Okay, I could say taking the difference, or I could say taking the product, but whatever it is, that's the math you're going to do. So if I got a 1 and a 1, my sum of those would be a 2, okay? I partially completed this out. There's lots of patterns you'll see. Let's continue here. If I got a 3 and a 4, that would be a 7. A 3 and a 5 is an 8, and you can see how the numbers are going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at this way, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Quick check. 6 and 6. Is 12. See how that works? Okay, so once you see those patterns forming, just be careful that you have done enough to make certain of those patterns. So I'll complete this out. And notice they go this way and that way. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, those are all my results. There's a possibility of 36 different outcomes here. 10, I just want 10s. There are 3 out of 36. That'd be 1/12 when I reduce it. Okay, at least 6. So my total has to be at least a 6. So it has to be 6 or more. So that's going to be everything below that line. Okay, and sometimes that might be a lot to count. So it's possibly easier to count these ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 that are not. That means there's 26 that are. 26 out of 36. 13 out of 18 if I reduce that correctly. At most 10. I can get up to 10, anything up to 10. All right? So anything up to 10, let's get rid of that. Try that again. All right, anything up to 10 and including 10, at most 10. Okay, so I can get 10, but I can't get more than that. There's only 3 again. That's much easier to count to 3 than all those, okay? So 3 are not it, so that's 33 out of 36. 11 out of 12. Okay, and finally, not 10. Well, there are 3 10s. Not 10 is everything except for those. So it's going to be 1 minus 10. All right, we did 10. 1/12. Okay, 1 minus that would be 11/12. Fit that in there good. But not 10. It's not those 3. That'd be everything else. 33 out of 36, which reduced to 11/12. All right? And our last one here. Okay, this is a really prominent one, a favorite on the AP exam. Okay, in a class of 35 students who are members of the Key Club and the Scuba Club, excuse me, or both, there are 17 members of the Key Club and 24 members of the Scuba Club. To be honest, when I first started teaching statistics, these were challenging for me, but then I finally figured out, oh, these are Venn diagrams, and once you set up the Venn diagram, really easy to answer the questions, okay? Notice I have 2 groups as I'm looking for. I have Key Club and the Scuba Club, and some are in both. That triggers for me Venn diagram, okay? All right, there are 35 total, 17 in the Key and 24 in the Scuba. So let's take a look down here on how that's going to work. Okay, there are 35 total. Notice if I put 17 in there and 24 in there, well, that adds up to 41. That's too many people. So there's a number of them in the middle, and that's what we don't know. And what that is the extra. So 17 and 24, that is 41, excuse me. And that's 6 too many. So the leftovers, the 6 are in both groups. That makes the total be like 6 less, okay? All right, there's a total of 17 in there, okay? So that means there are 11 here, because that makes 17 total in there. Okay, and my 24 total, 6 are in there, that gives me 18 there. And you'll find if I add those now, 18 and 11 is 29 plus 6, that makes my 35. Okay, so again, the key is your overall has to add to that, and the mistake students do is they put 17 in there. There's 17 total, but I just don't know how many are in both. Okay, so the extra amount, I'm going to add up 17 and 24. There are too many. Whatever those leftovers are, that's what goes in the middle. Okay, all right, and now I can answer the questions. Which I probably randomly chose a student is a member of the Scuba Club. Well, the Scuba Club is all this. Okay, it's going to be 18 plus 16, and they told us that it was 24 already. 24 out of 35. Both clubs. Okay. They have to be a member of both clubs. That's not or and. They have to be in both clubs. So that, that really is and. They have to be in the Scuba Club and the Key Club. That's what that is. That's 6. 6 out of 35. Okay, only the Key Club. Ever in the Key Club? Well, again, that's, I can see it's not just the 11, it's all those, and they told us in the beginning it was 17. 17 out of 35. Notice they're all out of 35 except when I have a given statement here. Okay, so Key Club given there in the Scuba Club. Oh, it means I know it's given to me already. They belong to Scuba Club. I am only talking about these guys, okay? So out of those guys, what's the probability there in the Key Club? 6 out of the total, which is 24 for Scuba. Okay, and I can again reduce those down. 1 out of 4. All right, thank you for watching, guys.